In today's video, let's make Nigerian most popular soup. Hello, welcome and welcome back again to my channel. Today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to make Nigerian Egusi soup. This is very easy to make, but the outcome is so delicious and it's loaded with flavor. Keep watching, don't forget to like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and don't forget to share. Alright, so to make this soup, I'm going to be using some goat's meat, beef, and cow skin. So all of these I will transfer to my cleaned pot placed on the heat. And to season my meat, I have added some blended onion, garlic, and ginger. And then I've gone in with some thyme, turmeric powder. I'll go in with curry powder, seasoning powder. And now I'm going to add salt to it. And we will mix this until it's well combined. You want to mix this very well because we need a blended mixture, which is the blended onion, garlic, and ginger, to incorporate well with the meat. And once this is done, we will cover this. Do not add water at this point. So we're going to cover and let this boil to release their juice. And we'll allow them to boil in the juice or steaming the juice for 10 to 12 minutes. And after 10 minutes of steaming the meat in its juice, we are going to quickly give this a stir. We just need them to coat in the juice that they released. Now I will add water to the blender in which I blended the onion, garlic, and ginger. Rinse the blender with some water and then add it to the pot. And now we are going to just cover this and allow the meat to cook until it's about 90%. And while the meat is cooking, we are going to go ahead and prep down the rest of the things. So moving forward, we have here Egusi seed or melon seed. So these we are going to clean nicely. You're just going to rinse this thoroughly. I'm going to be blending this with water. And also we are going to need some habanero or scotch bonnet peppers. We're going to need onions. I'm going to be adding some tomatoes and red bell pepper. So all of these I will clean nicely, then blend into the smooth texture. And as for the egusi seed, this is how it's looking after blending. Just blend into a very smooth paste and then set aside. Alright, so for the fish, these are the fish I'm going to be using for the recipe. I have this dried fish, and also I have this melusa fish, which I also did at home myself, this very one. Alright, so these are the fish I'm going to be using. I'm going to be adding to the proteins we have already. And in addition to that, we are going to need some crayfish powder. So we are going to set all of this aside and then check on the meat. So at this stage, our meat is nicely cooked and is about 90% cooked. So we are going to finish it up in the soup, okay? Alright, so this is looking very good, and we're going to transfer this out of the pot, set aside, and now place back the pot. Make sure you clean the pot, and I'm going to go in with some palm oil. So for this recipe, you need palm oil, to make your egusi soup. Alright, so add the palm oil into your pot and make sure you don't bleach the oil. Just allow it to hot, and then transfer in some chopped onions, salt. And for flavor, I went in with some crayfish powder, and I will just allow that to saute, just stir, and allow it to fry for like 2 minutes. And after 2 minutes, I'm gonna go in with some low-cost beans. Oh my god, guys, I don't know if you have done this. You've added your low-cost beans into your frying onion and oil to make your soup. If you haven't tried this recipe, or if you haven't tried this method, try it. At this point, your whole kitchen should be smelling like heaven. So add the locust beans and just stir that for a few seconds, and then go in with the blended pepper mix. And this we are going to stir once it's well combined in the pot. Then we will cover and allow this to cook until the water is dry. and you want to come back every now and then to give this a stir so it doesn't burn. Alright, so just keep cooking this. We want the water to be fully dry before we add in the egusi that we blended. Alright guys, so at this stage, this is how the pepper mix is looking, very well dry. So at this stage, I'm just going to quickly give that a stir. Then grab a spoon and scoop in the egusi paste or the egusi we blended. So we are going to scoop this in just like you're scooping in akara. And at this stage, once you scoop in the egusi paste, do not stir at this moment. So we are going to cover this. We will cover the pot after scooping in the egusi. We are just going to let this cook, and that's because we need this to be a little bit have some lumps. We need it to be lumpy a little bit. So for me, I don't really like it with that big lumps. I need it to be like scrambled egg, just like you're seeing right now on your screen. So that's how I love it. All right, so just cook for like 3 to 4 minutes, and then now give that a good stir and continue to fry this until this is well dry. So at this point, I'm going to go in with my Maggi cube. So squeeze that in and continue to stir this. You're going to cook the egusi for like 10 to 15 minutes. We need the egusi to be very well cooked. If not, you're going to be having runny stomach if your egusi is not well cooked. Alright, so after about 15 minutes of cooking or frying the egusi, I've gone in with some meat stock, and then I rinsed my blender and added the water as well. And we will give that a good stir and allow this to boil for 5 minutes. And after 5 minutes, I'll come in with my cooked meat. So we're going to add the meat and also add the dried fish. Make sure you clean your fish. And note that I cleaned everything I'm using. The meat, the fish, everything is well cleaned before I started adding it to my pot. Alright, so I've added the dry fish, and now I will add some more crayfish powder. And because I needed this to be, with that local flavor, I'm going to go in with more of the locust beans. And once you add the locust beans, just stir that into the soup and allow this to cook for 10 minutes. We need the meat to cook into the soup and the fish as well. And after 10 minutes, I'm going to go in with the rest of the fish. And now I'm going to give this a nice stir. We need the fish to be well stirred into the soup. And once this is done, I'm going to be adding my spinach into the soup. And first, I'm going to in with my frozen spinach. You can use any spinach of your choice. And then I'll add some fresh diced spinach. So just add as much as you want. For me, this very soup, I need the soup to carry more of the spinach. I needed it to be well loaded in the spinach. So after adding the spinach, I went in with more of the meat stock. And just know that the amount of water or liquid you add to your soup and the amount of pepper depends on your preference. So go ahead and add more water if that's what you want, or add less if that's what you want. Alright, so after adding the spinach and the meat stock, I cover the pot and allow it to cook on high heat for 5 minutes. And after 5 minutes, give that a quick stir and allow this to simmer on high heat for extra 2 minutes. And guys, I tell you, the aroma in my kitchen right now is to die for. So good, so flavorful, and very delicious. So let me know in the comment section what you would love to pair this with. And this very day, I was preparing for work. So I didn't want this to pass me by. So I quickly make some eba. Gari fufu. And I had to just, dig in. I ate almost half of the eba before I left for work. It was so good, guys. All right, so if you did enjoy this Nigerian soup, Egusi soup, don't forget to leave me a comment, subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to share. And thank you so much for watching. See you in my next video. Enjoy.